Alright guys, most of the jobs we applied for we were unsuccessful for, mainly because Stoke won't actually budge on our compensation. So Leon have passed us by, and FC Twente also passed us by, simply because they couldn't afford our compensation. And I had a word with the board and they weren't happy to let me go. So we're stuck here until a team is willing to pay that, or we resign or get sacked. One of those three eventualities, I guess. We have had an interview with Valencia though, and hopefully that went well, and maybe we'll have a job offer in this episode. You never ever know. And it seems to be coinciding with a bit of a renaissance in the league. We have got two, well, we start our FA Cup campaign today, but we also played Chelsea, and that is going to be very important to see our renaissance continue. Hey guys, welcome back to some more Football Manager 2018 and Part 6. Part 7? Part 6? Part 7, I think. Part 7 of Season 9 of the Journeyman with Stoke City. And today, two matches, one in the Premier League against Chelsea and then one in the FA Cup against QPR. So, since the last episode, things have been going alright. After that 6-3 defeat to Blackburn Rovers, we went to the old tactic, the 4-2-2-2 against Brighton, and we should have won it, in all honesty. They scored a last-minute equaliser, and then we beat Watford 4-2, Carvalho scoring as well as a Paul Glatzel hat-trick, and then we beat Southampton 4-2 as well. Danny Ings and Ross Barkley alongside 2 goals from Paul Glatzel, meaning that we have climbed to 14th place in the Premier League, 21 points from 19 games. We're still only a point behind Arsenal as well, so hopefully we'll be pushing up the league a little bit in the next few weeks. We're currently 8 points clear of relegation, which I think is good. I think a season of mid-table obscurity wouldn't really be held too harshly against us with the board. As you can see, we're still very much stable there, despite having terrible, well, we had confidence up here a couple of games ago in the Premier League. I think they're pretty happy with our Europa League progress, and hopefully in the FA Cup we can have a bit of a run and maybe have a stab at winning the competition. Job-wise, we have applied for 2 jobs, Atletico Madrid and Valencia. Valencia, as I said, have given us an interview. We haven't heard back from Atletico yet. I'm not holding out too much hope, but it would be quite a cool job. We'll have a little look at squad performances as we head into 2026 in the Journeyman, which is absolutely crazy. Top goal scorer is Paul Glatzel with 32 goals from 29 games. Second is Ashton with 11 from 23. I think that might be the problem. We're only getting goals from one source, whereas last season I think we were getting a lot from Neres and Hugh Jones, who's at West Ham now. He signed there permanently, which I wish I knew about, because we would have maybe been in the market to sign him. 8 each for Nelson and Neres as well, and 7 for Danny Ings. Top assists is Reece Nelson with 15, and then we have Paul Glatzel with 14 and 9 for Marcus Ashton. Our top average rating is, of course, Paul Glatzel with a 7.94, and then 7.4 for Super Mario and 7.26 for Reece Nelson. So let's have a look at the team for today. Actually, I'll show you the dynamics as well. Everything's still good. They're still pretty much in support of me as manager. The dynamics is looking better, and obviously the match cohesion is doing decently now that we're halfway into the season. The new players have adapted to the system. Delgadillo will start and go with Klein, Wimmer, Mustafi and Sanabria in defence. We've then got Mario and Barkley in the midfield, with Neres and Nelson starting wide of Danny Ings and Paul Glatzel up top. So let's get into it. Let's hope that we can do something decent today. Unfortunately, Sanabria is going to be playing at left back. He is a little bit of a liability, it has to be said, but hopefully he'll be all right, and he can do a decent job today. It is lagging a little bit, Football Manager, for some reason, but hopefully it'll be all right, and hopefully the recording is fine as well. Yeah, let's get into it. Come on, lads. Let's get a win against Chelsea today. They're third in the league. It is going to be tough, but hopefully we can push on and do something decent. I am starting to get ahead with the Journeyman a little bit, which is good to see. It's good for me to be able to relax. You know, I do enjoy recording it the day before it comes out because of the interaction with you guys. But you know, it's also nice to not have the stress of having to do one every single day. And Mamana has just put it in the 18th minute for Chelsea. Set piece again. We are just pretty rubbish against set pieces, and maybe that's something that we have to look at. You know, but I'm too lazy to do that. I wish the assistant would just do it. But nah, we are struggling from set pieces. It has to be said. I think the Brighton goal came from a set piece late on. So, you know, but we are struggling in open play as well, exemplified by that move there. Chelsea almost going 2-0 up within 20 minutes. We really need to come back here. Man City missing a penalty at Arsenal. They're in a very intense battle with Man United for the title. Oh, they've missed 2 penalties. That is disgraceful from City. Leicester City 6-0 up already against Blackburn. We're barely half an hour in. They could be rivaling our 9-1 here. Well, we better keep an eye on that. But that is crazy. Florenza is some boy. If we have a look at him, or is it Fiorenza? I don't know, but he is a special player. 21 goals in 18 games. He is outscoring Paul Glatzel at the moment. So we need to put a stop to that. But what a player. They signed him for $31.5 million. He did out special in his first season, but after that, 14-12. This season, he is hitting top gear and is doing very, very well for himself. So somebody to keep an eye on. He's worth 54 million, so there's no way we could ever afford him, but maybe in the future, you never know. Pretty disappointing first half, to be honest with you. I don't really know what else to say. I don't want to make any rash changes, but might have to bring Danny Ings off and put on Ashton. I think Ashton might be back. Yes, he is back from injury, so hopefully we can put him on and him and Paul Glatzel can rekindle the friendship. 7-0 in the Blackburn game now. It is Fiorenza. Fiorenza scored 4 goals for them, so that is going to be interesting to see what the score is at the end of that. Here's Barkley, now to Neres, Super Mario on the ball. Now to Nathaniel Klein. Can he get it forward? He can. Here's Neres. Neres forward to Danny Ings. What a chance this is. And Glatzel! Yes! It's 1-1. Danny Ings did all the hard work, but Glatzel managed to put in the rebound. What an important goal that could be. What an initial ball this was from Neres, though, to Danny Ings. That was fantastic and very unlucky not to score himself. Great save from Courtois, but Glatzel puts it into the back of the net. 7-1 now in that game. It is looking like a 9-1 possibility. And Blackburn dropped to the foot of the table, which is sad to see. Especially considering they beat us 6-3 in the last episode. Here's Glatzel, now to Nelson. Nelson on the ball, Lopez comes back and collects Mario. Now to Neres, to Barkley. We're in the ascendancy here. Super Mario, now to Neres. Gets it forward, but good interception by Mamana. Now here's Lopez. Lopez pushing forward. Milteo now to Lopez again. We're not doing well enough. And that was a disappointing shot. I think it is time to make a substitution. We'll bring Danny Ings off. We'll put on Ashton and see if they can rekindle their friendship up top. Ross Barkley not having the best of games. So let's bring on Jordan Henderson. Let's move him there. And we'll see how that one goes. Come on, lads. Come on. Come on. 75 minutes gone. Come on, boys. Oh, not another set piece. Not another set piece. Oh, 2 in a game. 2 in a game. That's going to cost us. Are we going to get another goal? Doubtful. 10 minutes to go. Time to go overload. I think time to bring on another substitution as well. We'll bring on Raheem Sterling. He has looked fairly decent recently, and he might deserve a bit of a run in the team. So we'll go overload, and we'll do all the usual things that we do. And sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But let's go for it. Come on, boys. Here we go. Keeping an eye on that Leicester game as well. Will they score another goal? Here's Sterling now. Sterling to Super Mario. Forward to Neres. This is a chance. Neres to Ashton on his return. He scores. It's 2-2. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Raheem Sterling, fairly instrumental in that. But David Neres, once again, just putting it on a plate for Ashton. It's 2-2. And, oh, not another set piece. Not another set piece. Oh, what a miss. Oh, no, we need to change the tactics, don't we? Oh, it's another set piece. If this goes in, I'm going to be incredibly sad. Mustafi away. Here's Sterling. Can we go on the counter-attack here? Here's Astana. Gets it wide to Neres. If he can get it back into Glatzel, this is a chance. Poor Glatzel has bottled it. He bottled it. Oh, what is he doing? What was that? How did he miss that? You know, like, Paul Glatzel never misses those. Klein. Now Neres. Super Mario. Super Mario again. We've got the ball. Forward to Glatzel. Neres. Henderson. Gets it forward towards Astana. This could be a chance. Astana. Oh, people were coming in. Vimmer. Now Neres. Super Mario. Forward to Glatzel, but not good enough. And I think the ref's going to blow, even though we've got all the momentum. But we'll take a 2-2 draw against Chelsea. Coming back from behind twice. 2 goals from the Dream Partnership, and I think it might be time to reintroduce Ashton to the squad, and maybe that'll start with the FA Cup game against QPR. Well guys, here we are for the QPR match. We have made quite a few changes. I'm not Cockney, I promise. We have made quite a few changes for this match, just to rotate the side a little bit, and I think we're going to give Harry Lewis a debut, because I have noticed Delgadillo in 32 appearances has only made 6 clean sheets this season, and only 1 in the league, and throughout the whole time I've been here he's only made about 15 or something, which is really, really poor for a goalkeeper who's meant to be fantastic, and he just isn't really. You know, he's got all the stats, he's got the scout report, but you can see why no team wants him, you know. And you can see why he's only worth 13 million or whatever he's worth. Simply because he's not very good. I think he's a bit overrated. You know, he makes some fantastic saves, don't get me wrong, but he very rarely keeps a clean sheet, and you can see his performances are never that high. So we're going to give Harry Lewis a go today, and we're going to see how he does. So Harry Lewis in goal. We're then going to go Nissen, Mina, Mustafi and Sanabria. Henderson and Barkley in the middle, with Sterling and Nelson behind Astana and Glatzel up top. So there's some first team regulars in there. I'm not going to just take the mick out of QPR, but equally I think this is a strong team, and you know, I want to have a look at other players of the squad, because I think we're going to need them as we go into the final part of the season. We're going to need a bit more rotation, especially when European football's back and we're playing on a Thursday night. You know, because it's no coincidence that form has improved since we've had a bit more of a rest between matches. So we need to get players in form. We need to get the full extent of our squad going, and hopefully we can do that today. So here's Barkley. Barkley on the ball now to Nelson, 2 of the first team regulars. Now to Sanabria, to Barkley. Barkley on the ball now, wide to Sterling, to Astana now. Sterling on the ball again, into the middle, it's Nelson, it's Glatzel, it's 1-0. And that was a beautiful manoeuvre. And we were having a chat on the podcast on Tuesday night. about how Wenger plays very, very nice football, but sometimes it doesn't always work. And I feel like that's how we play. We play some beautiful football, but sometimes it just doesn't come off, and that's the games that we lose. But when it does come off like that there, we score fantastic goals, and it's such beautiful football to watch. And I'll not stop playing that kind of football. I will always try and play nice, attractive, to the point football, and you know, I think you've seen that throughout this Journeyman save. I tend not to change my tactical philosophies, but you know, I do adapt to the situations as well. If we don't have the players and we really are struggling, I will try and go defensive. But I personally believe the best thing for this team is to go and attack and try and outscore the opposition, especially when you've got somebody like Paul Glatzel up top. Anyway, here's Sanabria. Sanabria on the ball. Gets it to Mustafi. Now, oh, he's lost it, and he has Maya, who we had at Ipswich, and that is just wide. But, yeah, we don't want a repeat of that. That was terrible from Mustafi there. And we have gone age in defence, most definitely. I think if we are here in the summer, a big priority is going to be a 25 to 28-year-old defender to go alongside Mina long term, because the likes of Wimmer, Mustafi, I mean, Alderweireld is retiring at the end of the season, so we're going to need a young player. We have got Devlin, who's been brought through the youth system, and maybe we'll give him a go in the second half of this season, because defensively I think it's one of the areas we struggle in, and maybe it's because we've gone older defence. Maybe it's because of that. Here's Sterling. Sterling on the ball, gets it forward, and Mina puts it in. It's 2-0. That's brilliant. 55 minutes gone. We're 2-0 up. It's looking good. By the way, we didn't get the Valencia job. Interview unsuccessful. The application didn't go any further with Atletico either. So, you know, it's looking more and more like we are going to be staying at Stoke for the rest of this season, which is our second full year at Stoke, so we only have one full year after this. But I will keep applying for jobs, and hopefully one of them will bite at some point. But with things sort of looking up for Stoke at the minute, maybe it's not the best time to leave. Maybe we'll stick here just a little bit longer and see what happens. We're going to bring Curzon. I know he is a little bit injured, but we need to get some more match fitness into him, so we will bring him off. What do we do here? We'll bring on Kevin Wimmer, because Mustafi is absolutely knackered, and he made that mistake before, so let's just try and cut that out, and we'll bring those on. And hopefully we'll see out the game. A nice comfortable 2-0 at the moment. Harry Lewis, as far as I know, has been very solid, so we'll certainly see if he comes up against anybody. This could be the time here. Here's Kane. Kane into the middle. Henderson away. Nissen away now. He has whoever that is. Gavalas. Now Osborne gets it wide to Kane. This is a good chance for QPR again. Wimmer away. He has Nissen. Not Nissen, it's Nelson, sorry. Akko, now to Gavalas, to Tiley. Tiley now to Brereton. Brereton to Austin. Austin into the middle, and it's in. And Harry Lewis didn't make much of an attempt to save that, and Maya scored, which is a bit embarrassing for me, because we had him at Ipswich, of course. Can't really fault Harry Lewis there, but it is disappointing to concede, and we really don't want to concede another one. Tilly gets it forward to Austin, and we are going to concede here, aren't we? Oh, it's horrible. I can see it happening. Oh, and it was Maya again. That was so close. And I'll tell you what, QPR have definitely given us a run for our money. That was a fantastic free kick, by the way. Unlucky not to score. But we're through in the FA Cup. We've done the job. With a heavily rotated side, and we can be happy with that, and we'll hopefully go into the next few games with a bit of impetus now. We've won 3 of the last 4 games. We're unbeaten in 4, I think. Yeah, that'll be right. But yeah, hopefully things are on the up, and we can recover this season. We have got a new signing, by the way. from Chelsea, which I'll go through in the next episode once he's played a few games, hopefully. Just on loan. We ended the loan sign of that young striker from Arsenal because he just wasn't playing, and he wasn't very good when he was playing. But anyway, if you have enjoyed that, make sure you do leave a like down below. It really does mean a lot for me. It really does help out the channel as well. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.